We ready? Good morning, everybody. This is too much fun. So I had to put this color on because I was going to put on my Easter bonnet. Not quite like I wore when I was a child. Oh my gosh, my mother dressed us all up alike for Easter. Do you know there were 4 girls and we all had the same outfit? I want to tell you, poor Judy, the youngest one, had wear the same dress for about 8 years. I always thought maybe that's what was wrong with her, huh? That's what happened to poor Judy. She had to wear the same dress for 8 years, but anyhow, she was adorable. And of course, you have to have your basket for Easter, right? This is a gift from Sue, and she said, can I move it on the table? I said, no, I want to wow everybody with this little basket. It's so cool. So it presses flat, goes in the suitcase, right? Up one handle, okay. Up comes the other handle. Oh, now I have to figure out how to do it. Okay, so let's put this back in here. Oh my goodness, I'm not very technical, but look at this, I can do it. A brace is coming together. It's standing up, and you have a handle.
Very cool.
Is that exciting? Would you like it if Sue bought all of you one of these little baskets?
I know where I got it up in Washington. But
So-
we should definitely get some in. I got a green polka dot one. I love it.
Look at this.
And this is the small one.
We should sell this in the store. It's because I have my blocks in here. You ready to see what we're going to do today?
Yeah.
Okay, with Easter coming, I thought that you would need to learn how to make a basket. Isn't that cute? I love it. This is just 2 colors. That's really cute, huh? Like that one, and I have another one so we can make like a whole little table runner out of it. But look at the little 6-inch blocks. They're so cute. Oh! Why does everybody always go, ah, with the little ones? Because they're so cute. And look at that. Is that cute?
That's got my color.
That is so cute. I love the 6-inch, but these are the really fun ones. This is what I'm having fun. I did this last night. So we just had the shop hop, and all the girls were dressed up in poodle skirts and little polka dot, and they gave me leftover fabric.
Oh, good.
Are they cute?
Yeah.
They're so cute with the black that I wanted to do a whole little quilt with this. And I think I have enough. Okay, so we get to put these up on the design wall, huh? It goes with the princess dress. That's too cute. They're very, very fun. And I found out working on my table that I just ended up having so much, just scraps laying all around, and I just kept on using them and having so much fun. So I'm going to put these down. Ryan, did you get a good picture of these? Do you want to see? Cool. Really good. And we're using mix and match. We're only using 3 dies this time. And we have some new people. So this is what mix and match is. This is what I'm talking about, mix and match. We are doing a sampler quilt, and we can take 8 dies and make 72 different blocks. Is that a good idea? Yes. So anyhow, that's the mix and match, and there's 8 different dies that you have. And today, I have them all marked down. Are you ready? We're going to start with our basket. And so we are using die number 3, which is the half square triangles. Die number 3 is the big part of the basket. It's this part of the basket and this part of the basket. Okay, die number 3, this is the 6-inch. And then you need to have die number 5. It's smaller triangles. It's the handle, considered the handle. And there's one new one today that is rectangles. We've never used the rectangles. Rectangles here, and it's die number 8. We're going up in the world. Huh? Yep. So that's what it looks like. And these are all the 6-inch, and what we're actually going to do today is the 9-inch. So anyhow, this is 3. This is the big basket part, and I'm going to give them to Sue. Sue is my operator. Aren't I lucky?
Yes.
And this is the handle. This is number 5 die. Yeah? And then the big one, number 8. And these are rectangles, and there's 2 rectangles along here. And so let me ask you, your faces are new. Have you ever seen an Accuquilt die?
We were here, Madeline and I were here last month.
Okay. She's the new one. Okay, so I'm going to explain an Accuquilt die to you. This is foam, but there are metal blades inserted right in here. And when you apply pressure with your mat, then you press the fabric into the blades, and then the fabric cuts. And you know what, Sue? I did need one bigger mat. Okay. I thought that I had it here, but I didn't. Of course, I never seem to have the right mats, but I did pick up just a square mat for this square die. It's a lot better for you, to use. And the reason that I went in the store, I picked up some new mats. I picked this one up because I am finding that this size mat works better for this size die. And give me the big one. I did have this size mat, and I was cutting on this size die. And I found out that I was scrunching my edges and bending them.
It kind of slips.
Yeah, and so it does, it slips. And so that's why I want the right size mats for the right size dies. Good?
Yeah.
We like that. More for you to buy.
Should I put your blocks up?
Pardon me?
Should I put your blocks
Yeah, you can put the blocks up. That's cool. Okay, so I'm going to give all of the 9-inch to Sue. And I happen to have all of my pieces cut and ready to go. Is that fast?
I'm impressed.
And only not too many plastic bags. I'm going to do this really, really quick. So we're going to do the 9-inch block. The 9-inch block. And this is the basket part of the block. And I'm underneath the 9-inch column. Everybody have their papers? So I just rough cut 6-inch. And it just says 1 light all you need. You're going to actually get 2 and then 1 6-inch square for the basket. But I found out that I was doing so many baskets, I'm getting it up on my white. Right? Okay, so Sue is just going to take, this is die number 3. She's got it on the top. What? She's so good. Put it right on there. Ta-da! Okay, and she's going to roll it through. Woo! Okay, that's good. And then you're supposed to have a waste paper basket. Oh my God. Slide! Woo-hoo! She did it good, huh? We did good. It's kind of just all that's left from the rough cutting. That's pretty good, huh? So this is your basket. And this is going to be your feet after we get the feet in, okay? Down there. So look, if you do that, you already are up for 2 baskets, huh? So you just have to figure out how many baskets you're going to make. See, I went a little crazy. That was really fun. Okay, so that's the one. Okay, and now the next one we're going to do is the half square triangles, die number 5. Die number 5. And this is my handle color. This is my handle color, and it is with white. And you can save a lot of time reorganizing if you put your handle and your light right sides together. So they're ready for sewing, okay? And what size are the 9-inch half square triangles in the light And in the handle. Yes, it is.
So they call those triangles.
3 1/4 by 7 1/2. Wait a minute. Let's try that again. Maybe you're not following with me, huh? Okay, under the 9-inch. Now I'm doing the half square triangles with die number 5. And you want to show us die number 5? Ooh, that's it. And I rough cut 2 pieces already. This is 3 1/4 by 7 1/2. 3 1/4 by 7 1/2. I did 2 of each of them. Okay? And now I'm just going to put them right sides together. And I always like to put the darkest one on the top. Okay, so you just put it right on there. Okay.
Making sure the selvages are.
Okay, and there's one other piece. Oh, wait. Wait. So I'll tell you what. This is what I want you to write down. Underneath the half square triangles. If you are doing only 2 colors like the red up here on the design wall, these pieces are the same as these pieces. These pieces are the same as these pieces. And you get it just by running through those 2 colors. And then I got creative. Then I started doing the handle one color and the basket another. And the feet are what color? The basket color. The basket color. Yay, the basket color. So look, I got to get a little piece to run through there. Okay? So that's why I said stop. So now she's going to do all the handle and then the background, the light, and for 2 feet. And so what I want you to write down is for the 6-inch, I want you to cut a 3-inch square of the basket and stack that in there. A 3-inch square, 3-inch for the 6-inch, but for the 9-inch, write in 3 1/4 by 4-inch. 3 1/4 by 4-inch.
And put the little piece down first.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, that's
You'll know
cool.
why.
Yeah. Yeah, you put the little piece on the bottom. She did it good. She did it good. Okay, so actually, okay, so what I like to do, if you just give me the whole thing, I like to I just like to pick them off and sew them as I work. I like to just pick them off and set them there. Okay, so there's only one more for the rectangles, number 8. Number 8. And we actually need to have 2. You see where number 8 is in the little chart? Number 8 are the rectangles. This is the first time we use number 8. This is a virgin mat. We need to have 2.
Just 2. I do have 2.
I have 2, but I also.
It says 1 on here, so it should be 2.
Well, no, you only need 1 piece to get 2.
Oh, because it gets 1.
You only need 1 piece to get 2, but
Here.
yeah, you only have 1 piece gets 2, and it's a long. Okay, you want to show that one? So, it's a long guy. Okay, so watch. Just take this little rough cut stuff around and get rid of it. Okay, I have 2 for 1 basket and 2 more for my other basket.
Okay, I just put them up there.
Oh, good, my extra pieces. She's trying to keep me organized. Yay, Sue!
I'm trying.
Her job is to keep my set clean. Is it working? Huh? Okay, so now, the very first thing in your directions, it says, set aside 2 light triangles. And you actually, it was the same size as your handle, but your 2 feet. I have 2 light triangles and 2 feet. Look at all my triangles. We have to make sense of this. And my rectangles. Cool. Lots of stuff, but how long did that take us? No time at all. Are you with me?
Yep.
You with me?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so now I set aside 2 lights and 2, it's really the feet, but it was left over. It's the same size as the handle, and I have these extra too. Missy, you better put that up there. Okay, so what I said I like to do is put my die right beside me. I put these pieces, I cut these pieces right sides together. And so I just really like to just, in my sewing room, it's a total mess now. You couldn't come and see it. I have my single hole throat plate on, have my stiletto. Oh, I got my cool new stiletto. I got to show you. Ah, look at my stiletto. I went to something different because I was always losing my seam ripper. So this is a really fun tool.
It's a good seam ripper too.
Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so I'm just peeling these off. I'm peeling them off. And I want to have 6. You need 6 for the top part of your basket. And I panicked for a minute until I looked over here and saw some. So how many did I put through already? Okay. 3. Oh, I hope 4. Is that 4 coming out?
Oh, there's another one down there.
Is it coming? Okay, 4. And you have to use a very accurate 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, and I'll show you why. So you guys are catching on. Oops, no wonder. Okay, see how it has to be, your seam allowance has to start and end. Sally taught me a new term. She said, for my engineered notches. My engineered notches. Okay, so now they're all in a row. I should have 6. Yes, I put dark on the top when I sew so that when you run to the iron, then you just put all the dark on the top, and just set the seam open and press. Okay? All right, and open them up. Oh, you're so good. You're so good. Okay, so now we are already on 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6.
Iron's
So,
making noise.
oh, it must need water. It makes noise when it's water. What do you think about the yellow?
It's bright.
It's bright. It's Easter. Easter is coming. Oh, the daffodils are blooming in Julian. Oh my gosh, are we having trouble? We did not have much of a winter in Julian, so I don't think that most of the daffodils were cold enough, so they didn't bother to come up. And now we're having this daffodil show. There's hardly any daffodils. This is a problem.
It's like that at my house too.
Yeah.
The bulbs didn't come up.
My first iris opened up this morning.
My iris.
It did.
I sniffed all the smell right out of the middle of it. It's so nice.
Okay, so I'm looking underneath 4, 5, and 6. I took my 6 colors. Does that look right? 1, 2, 3 in a row, 2 in a row, 1 in a row. And now I'm just going to go and take these pieces right here. They're all beautiful. They're all engineered. These 2 pieces were cut at the same time, right? So I just now added them. I was going to time myself just to see how long it took to do this. So now I like to do vertical rows. So I'm just going to take and flip my second vertical row, right sides together. And I'm going to go do, 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 do. And you have to do that back at your seat when you cut. Do, 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 do. So we have another class going on in the other room. I bet they wish they were doing Accuquilt, huh? With everything cut out. It's just so much fun. I'm getting addicted to this. This is really, it's so much fun. Okay, so now you just want to use your stiletto, pick kind of open it and assembly line these. I decided this was about a 20-minute basket. Does that sound good? That's why you can make so many, and when you layer cut and then just sew, you can get them done so fast. Really fun. Okay, so now I'm at the bottom of the first row. Cut my threads and just open it up. Oop. I got a little bit of thread hanging on here with my lovely red thread. Okay, now just open these up. 1, 2, 3. And now you're just going to take this and this, flip it right sides together and go do, 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 do. And swing it around.
That sound down.
I am so excited about Easter. We have such a good time. We have egg hunt. This year I have to be in Paducah, so I cannot miss my egg hunt. I have to have everybody come on Palm Sunday. And we have just a great grassy area in Julian that all of the kids, they can't wait. And I make it fun for the adults too. The bunny puts in some really nice, rich eggs. And it costs lots of money. So yeah, the big ones. Used to be that Lego had, remember Lego had those gold and silver colored eggs. So I like to put those. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. Okay, so Sue, if you will now, that's the vertical row that you see. And then I'm going to turn it over. And if you can press in one direction, then the other, then the other. I do it just with my fingers too, but you want to alternate the directions of the seams. And can you see Merritt draws all those cute little seams on my papers? All those cute little seams to do. Well, I brought a picture of one of my favorite, one of my favorite days after the egg hunt. And I'm not sure if you can see this or not. Eric, if you can switch. This was Ellie and Jonas. And you can see the eggs at the bottom. Oh, they have so much fun. Pardon me?
It was little bitty.
There, Jonas was just a little baby, but I just love the sun, and the sun is hitting Jonas. And for his little size, he is intently listening to the book that I'm reading, Ellie. But they love the egg hunt, and they always find as many eggs. The big kids go charging forward and grab. Now I'm going to have a little spot for the little kids, so the big kids don't take all the eggs first. But don't run them down. But it never fails. We always find an Easter egg about 6 months later. We did. This year, Jonas found it kind of in our park area, and it was a Reese's peanut. And he said, "I found this for Dada." His Dada loves Reese's peanuts. But anyhow, I can't wait. Okay, so now she's got them pressed in opposite directions. A little bit. We'll just do a little scrunching down in the corners.
Yeah,
Don't look too close. Yeah. But you can do that with your fingers too. You just want to press your seams in opposite directions so they lock. Okay, needle down. So we're going great. And what's fun here is that when you can see your seam, I sew in red thread. Honestly, I recommend red thread for everybody. You can see your stitches. I'm serious. I can see what I'm doing. And my machine has stadium lighting. Okay, here's that little engineered corner right here. See how it's all clipped off for you already?
Thank goodness.
Yay for engineered corners. So let's just sew that one off and take a look. Okay, I get to look first, Ryan. Ooh, you can show everybody. That looks good, huh? Wow. I need my sunglasses for this one. That's all I can say. That is bright. That's really showing up. So now we just have this one little part on the bottom. They're going to lock together. You just zoom right down there. Okay. And across here, pedal. Line them up when you lock your seams, they lay flat. When you put your hand on there, they lay flat. Okay, this little corner is also engineered. I did not cut off my tip right here, and I'm going to pull it just a little so I can get it all lined up. And I'll show you when I take out my machine. Woo! Where are you going, Elle? Hold on. Whoa, is that thick? I would say I have a thread that's, pardon me? I have a thread, I know. I have a thread caught on my foot. On my foot. Ah, I got it off. It sounded like a teenager revving my motor, huh? Revving my car. Okay, so now we're gonna look. I love this basket because you don't have to square up. Okay, see right here? And that's circled in your pattern. It said, use that as a match point. Can you see this right here? Mm-hmm. It's circled and it says a match point. It's got a square like on the back side, and on the front side, it's got the seam. So if you just learn what your match points are, you got to learn not to trim them off first. Yeah. You can't cut off your tips or else you won't get it on there. Okay, so that looks pretty good. That's where I revved up. We've got a 1/4 inch seam down here. Okay, now from the back side, just press them flat in one direction. Okay, press them really flat. Press them really flat. And while she does that, I'm going to keep on going. So now we have our feet. Just make sure you cut feet. And I learned a long time ago that you have to have mirror image feet. I'm dyslexic. Let me tell you, this mirror image stuff makes me crazy. And I figured out that if I put my rectangles, number 8 die, right? And this is a small triangle. If you put them like this, then you have 2 mirror image pieces, right? Mm-hmm. So when you want to go to set your basket together, you've got your feet going in the right direction. And this is another engineered match. Look at that. Is that cool? That is very good. Ooh, we love it. And down here, going right along there. So I usually pair them up so that I assembly line sew from one to the next just to get them in there. So one and the other. And we have done a lot of baskets in our time, but I think this is the easiest. Okay, Sue, so you press toward the feet, ta-da, and this one right here. Lovely, lovely. And now comes the black on the bottom, like that. And I think to make this easier, we should just trim off these little tips. They're not match points. So let's just take our rotary cutter and our ruler. Oh, now I'm finding all kinds of rulers under here. Okay, so right along here, there's tip on 2 edges. So I'm going to put my 1/4 inch line along there and just cut off that little tip and that little tip because they get stuck. Because they get stuck in my feet. Okay. Perfect. Looking good? Yep. Whoop. And just line up right here. It's perfect. And on the opposite side. It's really cool. What do you think, Luann? That's pretty good, huh?
Perfect.
Isn't it? Yay! What else can you say? Perfect.
That was the
That was the correct answer. And I like to sew with my basket handle on top so that I can keep the seams flat exactly as we press them. All right. So what time is it? I just want to see how long it's taking me.
It's 25 of 11.
25 at 11. Ooh. I wonder what time we started. 10 after? So it's about.
But she talked a lot before.
I talked a lot. Thanks a lot. Okay, so now we're pressing towards the basket. Okay, so it looks like this has got to go on that side, right? This one's got to go on this side. Yeah, you getting it? So let's just flip this one, right sides together, straight at the top, engineered bottom. No tips hanging out for you, girls.
Liking that.
You liking that?
I'm liking that.
That's the best part.
That is the best.
That is really, really fun.
You didn't have to cut it.
We didn't have to square it all up. I guess this is making our square up rulers obsolete. Never. Never.
The best ruler in the stack.
Oh, thank you. But we don't have to use it much here. Okay, so this one is going down along. Ta-da! And just think if you were assembly line sewing. Okay, now set the seam and open and press. I'm liking you there, Sue. It goes really good, huh? That's the one.
Okay. We'll go around and feed the crank for all of them.
And that's the next one, right?
The crank.
And actually, again, I like to flip this way so that you can see your seams, just to keep them laying nice and flat. I mean, after you go to all this work, don't you want to be as pretty on the back? That's what I love when I get antique quilts. And it's just amazing how they did the seams. They're just kind of mushy on the back. They're all over the place. So I'm holding it, I'm stretching it just a little bit. Once again, there's this match point that ends up being a little square at the bottom. We circled it in the illustration so you can see, but not only that, you want to have a seam allowance across the bottom. Okay, so set that seam. Ooh, that's why steam is good. You could give it
Steam is good.
Steam is good.
As long as you respect your steam.
Ah. Oh, yes, and it can be hot. So that's the bottom. We do have a 1/4 inch seam again right there. And I think it's a good time to cut off this little bit right here. Don't you think we should cut off that little bit? So maybe it's better when you put it on the yellow, huh, Ryan? Let's put it right here and then you can see. Okay, Eric, switch. We want to show our tips. Hanging out. I only said a mistake once with the cameraman. He thought it was funny. Okay, good?
Good.
Take that. This is the last part. Right side up. Flip it. Right sides together. You got those engineered corners. That's perfect. And I have another one to add to my collection. A whole basket and one piece of paper. It is impressive, isn't it? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, we should have Merritt come over. Take a bow. He's so shy. So you don't want to cut it too short right there so you don't have a nice point on the bottom. Perfect. All right. So press it nice and flat. And we'll look at it and see how it is.
Beautiful.
Oh, you have all the seams in the right places. Yay!
You put it up on the board?
Yes, show show Ryan really close. Show Ryan, so that's how it's got all those seams. Is that nice? So it goes with the, you could tell it goes with the green and the pink.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I was going to like that, but I think it's pretty. It's great. Okay, so we have number 8 that we didn't use for anything yet. Number 8, that's your rectangle. And so there's a little block that's called 2 by 2. 2 by 2. And in the basket is 2 by 2. But I'm going to show you the back first. Okay, so it's the long pieces. Now you have 2 by 2, and I need that paper too. But it's the rectangles, 2 by 2, and if you put 2 pieces right sides together, these are 3.5 by 10.5. I have light, 3.5 by 10.5, and I have medium. If you put those right sides together, then you can just quickly sew them, okay? So let me put one. And I only have medium, and I have to tell you, I picked kind of quiet colors. They're very quiet, aren't they? Compared to everything else that I did very quiet colors because I had a reason. When I looked at this block, you can see it from the wrong side. I said, oh my gosh, that is so boring. So it is kind of boring, isn't it? It's too boring. You want to see what? You have to see what's on the front. So I had to shake it up a little bit. And this is what I did with it. Is that fun? To put a little piece in the front. Oh, we're getting to that. Okay, so, so we're just going to get our rough cutting. I have 4 pairs right here. And, Sue's going to get the dies. Cool. So, I'm going to just sew 4 pairs of boring rectangles. And then I'll show you how to kick them up. But I put the die on there called the round flower die. And you want to show them, Sue? The dies are so much fun. I picked the round flower die because it has the leaf, the stem, and a little star in the center. It has everything on one die. It is really a fun die.
I use this die so much.
Yeah, that one is really fun. And then our other favorite one that I put up over there is the wonky flower.
Funky flower.
Oh, funky flower. Oh, I'm all wonkied up. Well, Ryan's got me going wonky. Funky flower, and that's another big one. That would work really well for like the 9-inch block or the 12-inch block, the funky flower. And for the little 6-inch guy, I thought that the Rose of Sharon would work real well. Do you have the Rose of Sharon? We only have one of those dies available, but there's a little one that I used on the 6-inch. Okay, let me show you my Rose of Sharon. So, okay, take it out of the plastic. Okay.
Shining back at
Ta-da! Aww, is that cute? So I did kind of quiet, but I took the largest flower on the Rose of Sharon and put it right on there. So this is the boring block. Is that okay? I figure if you could do really fun fabrics, you could make it look good. Doesn't have to be boring, but I mean, it's like kick it up a notch and put the flower on top. It could be a calming block, Joanne. If you need to be calmed down, that's a good idea. So there I have all 4 of my rectangles all sewn together. Put the dark one at the top. And set the seam. I'm just
I
going to
usually
put...
cut mine apart.
You cut them apart?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's easier to get in there.
It's easier to iron. Okay, well, you're allowed to. You can do it how you want. I always say I write the books and draw the pictures, and in the end, you do it how you want to anyways.
That's so true.
I did! I have another plastic bag!
Before or after you cut?
Oh, before! I have it ready. You should know that I'm going to do it. This, I'm doing the round flower. Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. So now this one's really easy to lay out. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Easy. Oh, it's really hard to tell those colors. Can you see that one is pink from the outside? The camera, a little better. The camera looks like it's black and white. But can you see it? You boosted it up a little bit. I know I should test my colors before we come in here, huh, Ryan? You can see that little polka dot I thought would go along with some of the little baskets there. That's what I was thinking. Oh, Sue, you could take this one and just put it in with just put it like in the middle. Yeah. Is that cute? Do 4 baskets and just put that right in the middle. That's what I thought that they would look really cute as a combination.
I thought I heard a little one.
That little one's really been very good. Very, very sweet. Okay, so I did straight through and just open up your cute little rectangles. Flip them right sides together. And I'm doing that magical swirling so that the block lays nice and flat. So push this seam up and the underneath seam down and just zip right across. So for a background square, this is really fast and easy, don't you think? But then it's just like, it just adds a little bit to it, a little bit of extra texture. And sometimes whenever you're working with your quilts and fabric, you say, oh, I wish I could get more color into it. So that's really fun. All right. I really like that in the middle. What do you think? Maybe I won't do such quiet colors. I'm going to do something really fun. Okay, so right here in the center, because I connected these, I'm going to take my scissors, and there's a loop of thread. I'm just going to cut that loop of thread. And now, I am swirling. I'm going clockwise, right, down, around, and up, and it makes that nice little 4-patch. And you mush it really good, right there. Mush it, and then you press it, and that's your quiet background. And guess what I have? Yeah? Oh, you didn't get it, Linda? Well, I'll have it back now that it's all ready. Let me see, are there any pictures that are useful? Oh, no, we have to.
Not quite done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Okay, so whenever I sewed this row, when I went down, I said I pushed this one up, the seam up, and underneath I pushed this seam down. And whenever this seam was originally here, there was a little connecting thread. So I just took my scissors and cut. and then I lay it flat, and I take this seam, press clockwise to the right, to the down, to the left, and up. So when you just go in a clockwise circle, this seam pops open, and it's very flat. Pardon me? It's really cool. The reason that I do that is because if you machine quilt through, there's not a big lump of fabric. It lays very flat. And when you do this with like different patches, when you have these outside edges going in clockwise, when you put blocks together, no matter how you put them together, they lock together. That's the coolest thing. That's what I really like. Okay, Sue, so we're going to do our fabric. So this is your stem. This is your long stem. Let's see our die. Yep.
This one?
Yep, we're going to do that one. So this one, I cut enough fabric. This is the stem. I cut enough fabric for 2. And I cut my paperback fusible web smaller than my fabric, approximately 1/8 inch to 1/4. It's on the fusible side is against the wrong side of the fabric. It's centered on there. You press just for 2 seconds. I did have a lady at retreat this past weekend that said she fused so much. She melted the fusing in here, and it never works. Once you melt that, you're done. 2 seconds is a short time, but you only do it 2 seconds. Okay, this is going to be my flower. This is the wrong side. I have my fusible side against the wrong side. I thought I would do 2 because I'm like into this. Okay, so 2 seconds. Okay, and then this one, this is my little star in the center, the little star. So we're just gonna.
Looks like you got into this polka dot stuff.
I did. We got at some retreat or something. They gave us a pink and black bag, and I begged. I say, please, can I have some of that fabric? And they say, well, yeah, Eleanor, you own all of it. You can have some of it. So they gave me the blacks and the polka dots that was left over from the run. But we do have some neat packages. Okay, this is going to be the leaf. The leaf. Okay, so I cut for more of that. So I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, so. Yeah.
What kind of fusing did you use?
I use lightweight. I think it's
Heat and bond light.
heat and. Okay, you've got to do heat and bond light. Heat and bond light. If you do something heavier, you can't sew the edges down with your sewing machine. That was a trick question, huh? She just wanted to make sure everybody knew. Okay, so I have this yellow for my star, and I just cut a strip. And what I'm doing is just folding it about the same size as that little star. You just accordion fold it. And I'm going to put it there. This is going to be tricky. Yep. They're not going to stay, huh? Okay, well, let's just cut it off and get rid of it. It's too little anyways. Choot. Okay, see my stem? I have a long, narrow piece. So I'm just going to fold that. So I can make 2. I figure, why not? Well, oh my gosh, look at that sticking out there. I could get another leaf out of that. Wow! You start to get crazy what you can do with this. Okay, I'm going to cover that. I'm going to cover this. Oh, the leaf is going to go right on there. So you can stack these up and look at this. My flowers, I'm just going to overlap and put it right on there. Okay, Sue, get the mat ready. Okay. You like it all at once?
Yeah, it's like
Y-
picking up your entire meal and then you have it all at once.
Yeah, you just line it all up at once. And hopefully just hope that you're all in this right spot, huh?
Sure, you're right here.
Huh?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. So I'm going to put this little guy right up here beside this one. Even it would be cute just as an alternate block. So, cool. Ooh, this is going to be so fun. The little flowers. The cute. And then the stem. Oh my goodness. The stem. We have to take it apart. Oops. So there's the little stem. A little yellow star for the middle. Trying to just get one. You know why you need two folded together of the leaves? Yep. Mirror image. You got to do two little mirror image guys. And that's going to go just like that. Isn't that cute? That's very cute. Okay, now the only thing is I didn't get a center. So this is what's really fun, a little center. You can just take this piece because it already has fusible on it. That looks like one of the good corners. And just put it right on there. And Sue can run through and then we'll have just a little center. And I've got a second little star. So it would be cute. Maybe we should do green too. We could do green centers, huh? That would be really fun. So yes, you peel away the paper. You have to peel away the paper. And the way that I really like to do it is just take my thumb. I just went like that and just peel away the paper. And then you can just fuse it down here. I didn't even get it fused the whole way. And so now we're just going to put that right there. Is that too big? Kind of showy, huh?
Yeah.
Very, very showy. Okay, so I'm going to let you peel them apart, Sue. Brighten it up because I think, oh my gosh, we did really good. So do you want me to do a little blanket stitch? Okay, well, this is what I figured out. I thought, okay, well, I can do this green with the blanket stitch, and I was really happy with it, the blanket stitch. And then I got to the flower, and I said, forget the blanket stitch on this one. I'm doing a straight stitch around the outside edge. That's more than I could possibly handle doing a blanket stitch. And so I just did a straight stitch around the little star and around the little flower. It's okay to combine, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So do you like the little flower on top?
Yes.
It's really, really fun. Okay, so I'm just going to put in my green thread. I do prefer to have the same color of thread as the flower. I usually like to have the matching bobbin, but I have to go with a red bobbin today. So, okay, so get rid of your red thread. Oh, I could have done the red thread. Whoa, wasn't I silly? Just a straight stitch, but I was going to try to do a blanket stitch.
Okay. Do you like that?
Let me see. Yeah. What do you think? Is that good? You can put that on your,
It's got a big circle.
it's got a big circle, I know. But it's kind of fun.
It's done now.
Okay, so now when you fuse it the second time, you can hold it down longer than 2 seconds. It's going to be fused in place. And so 8 seconds, yeah, you can do it up to 8 seconds and just get it in there. Okay, so I'm going to tell you.
There.
Pardon me?
Oh, I just shook it.
Okay. I'm going to do needle down, needle up. Oh my gosh. And Ryan, you have to show them
Oh,
how
you got a
cool.
single. You got a single.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Okay, so cross your fingers. I'm going to use my automatic needle threader. Are you right on my needle? Ooh, push the button, go down, and don't work. Darn it! Oh my gosh! How could I show off my needle threader if I don't know how to make it work? Let me try that one more time. I think I did that one time before too, didn't I? I did. And so, the second time, I just put my thread down, put my needle down. Okay, so now you do need to have an open toe foot. This is what I like for open toe. I can really see it, really see the foot. And with the baby lock, there's something really cool. There are 3 buttons you can touch, and it's amazing. I'm going to touch my automatic pivot button, my lock stitch button, and my scissors.
Okay, you have to change the plate, or it's not going to do a blanket stitch for you. That's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh, it's gonna make a major mess.
Oh, it won't let you do it.
Yeah, oh, it won't.
Okay, okay. We were going to do such a good lesson, but you know what? I looked at the clock, and our time is up.
Oh.
Darn it! So that's too bad. So we could have just done straight stitch with red thread and not seen the blanket stitch, huh? But I have more. Oh my goodness, I forgot of everything. I forgot. I had the most adorable basket to show you. The pictures are on the back page, but this is my all-time favorite little basket. This is Alex Anderson's little basket. Isn't that cute? That is my all-time favorite basket. And I just did 2. They're positive, negative. And this one I had done 4 of them. I decided just to do like little trivets. I want to do this for Easter just on your table to put on there. But it is a really cute die. Now this is where my table gets really messy, Sue. So, this is the die right here, and it's really fun to do. When you look at it, do you see how it's got, you can't see it, you can't tell it. No matter how okay. So let's have Sue cut it, okay? And then you'll see it, okay? So you have a piece of fabric of light and dark. You completely cover it. Okay, so now just run it through your go. You can do your go.
All right.
Cool.
You just wanted to get more baskets.
I just want more baskets. I just keep cutting baskets, see, and I keep on sewing baskets. Look how many baskets I've sewn. Aren't they cute? But I think if you just had like a fabric line that you were kind of getting your scraps, and just every time you had a little bit of time, you just cut up a basket, huh? Okay, so let me show you. So when you pull it apart, that's good. So all of your pieces are here for that little positive, negative basket. In one die, you have all the pieces. What's really fun, and I'll just lay them out here, is that's your basket. That's your basket. Well, I can do it with this one. This is your top. This is your little feet. Let me see. Nope,
Your feet's
blue.
the same color as your basket.
My feet.
They're right here.
My feet are gone. There they are. Okay, now comes the dyslexic. Like that. Like that. Is that cute? Okay, and then you have your little background there and your background here. A little thread. And you have a triangle that goes in the bottom. Is that cute?
And your
But the little handle, this is the killer. And so I found out, I figured it out, that you just put it wrong sides together and sew a very scant seam. So a very scant seam, and then you take the handle, there's a little pattern, and you trace the handle up from the top, and then I use a coffee stir. Ooh, where's my coffee stirs? I have one for everybody. Coffee stirs. So that's how you turn your little handle. You don't turn it. You just put your coffee stir in the end and press your seam. Just press your seam center down. You press it down like that. Press it flat. Press it flat. Yeah, it's on the bias. They're cut on the bias. You just press it on the coffee stir. Can't wait to get your own personal coffee stir, huh? And then with steam, you can literally just curve this around and press it in the shape of a handle. Yeah, so can you see my shape? It's just cut, it's just pressed exactly the same. I know it's a little different color, but I think it looks cute. So then you can just pin it right on there. And I like to hand stitch my handle down. You have to move it in just a little bit. Oh no, the 4-letter H word, hand.
But you don't have to.
Oh, no, you don't. Brenda, you might have to go crazy if you want to do that by machine, huh? But that's the little handle, and that's all the pieces. Is that a cute little basket?
Very sweet.
So we're happy springtime, huh? Just with our Accuquilt and all of these little baskets. Too much fun. Thank you.
Eleanor.
Too much fun.